In the previous lesson, we took a look at how to count eighth notes and play some eighth note strumming patterns. Now we're going to take it a step further because this lesson is going to be all about the 16ths. 16th note strumming patterns generally sound a lot faster and feel a lot busier than eighth note strumming patterns. Think about songs like Wonderwall, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Breakfast at Tiffany's, or pretty much anything funk-based, a good popular example being Get Lucky by Daft Punk. Now, like the previous video, we are going to get into some specific examples of strumming patterns, but first we're going to take a look at exactly how 16th notes work. So when counting eighth notes, we had 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which divided the bar equally into 8 beats. But to create 16th, we have to add an extra count in between each one of those beats. And we do that by adding E's and A's. So if we take just beat 1, which in eighth note world would consist just of the 1 and the and, we'd add the E in between the 1 and the and we'd add the A in between the and the next beat. So beat 1 on its own would be 1 E and A, and if we applied that to all 4 beats, we'd have 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. So 4 groups of 4, which gives us our 16ths. If you want a really clear and really popular reference for what 16th notes sound like, the start of Eye of the Tiger is a perfect example. So when you hear the rhythm guitar playing that, what you're actually hearing there is 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So let's have a chat now about how to put these 16th notes into your guitar playing. So if you remember back to doing the 8th note strumming, we were strumming down on the main beats and up on the off beats like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But the trick to playing 16ths is to actually do down strums on the main beats as well as the off beats. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This means that when we add in the up strums as well, that introduces the E's and the A's in between all the 8th notes, so we're left with 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. I would definitely try getting your 16th notes in time to a click, so if I set my metronome away, I'm going to start with just the down strums on the beat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then add the extra down strums for the 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, then add the up strums for the 16ths. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So you should be able to hear that you've got 4 strums per click, and when you've got your 16th notes in time, then you're ready to start looking at some proper strumming patterns. So the first strumming pattern that we're going to take a look at today just consists of the down-strummed 8th notes, but with the A added at the ends of beat 2 and beats 4. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a, or down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And along to a click, that would sound like this. For pattern 2, we're going to keep all the downstrummed 8th notes, and this time we're going to add the A at the end of each beat. So we're going to have 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, or down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Sometimes this pattern is known as the boom chicka pattern because it sounds like boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka. So use that if it helps you get the feel of it down, and along to a click, it sounds like this. For pattern 3, we're going to once again start with just our downstrummed 8th notes, but this time we're going to add both the E's and the A's on beats 2 and 4. So it's going to go 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a, or down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And along to a click, it would sound like this. On to the fourth and final pattern now, and it's going to be a very similar concept to the Old Faithful pattern from the previous video, because once again we have that silent down strum. So we're going to take our previous pattern, which was 1 and 2 E under 3 and 4 E under, but we're going to do a silent down strum on beats 2 and beats 4. So it's going to be 1 and 2 E under 3 and 4 E under, or down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Once again, remember, really important that you actually do the silent down strum and don't just delay the down strum until the next beat, because otherwise that's going to send your strumming hand out of sync with the beat of the song. So along to a click, that would sound like. Very much like the Old Faithful pattern, this one is a little bit more difficult because of the silent down strum, so it is going to take a little bit more work. But often that silent down strum is the thing that stops your strumming patterns sounding bland and just allows them to have a little bit more character and a little bit more groove. If I just use that strumming pattern along with some basic chords. You can already hear that it's starting to sound a bit more like a proper song. So it's definitely worth putting the effort in with these strumming patterns, do them along to a click, try and get over that hurdle, and you'll be much more prepared to tackle the songs that we're going to start looking at soon. So that's all for this lesson. Hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight into how 16th notes work and how you can apply them to your strumming on guitar. You can download diagrams for all of these strumming patterns via my Patreon page through the link in the description. It can sometimes help to see a visual representation of these sorts of things so you can kind of absorb what's going on a little bit better, and you'll also gain access to the rest of the materials related to the rest of the lessons in this series. Remember also that the lessons are nice and organised on my YouTube channel page, so feel free to subscribe if you want to follow along. We've only got one more lesson left, which is going to be about adding accents to your strumming patterns, and then we're going to get into learning your first few songs on guitar, which is pretty exciting. So I'll see you in the next one.